Hi, and welcome to Tranquil Talks with Chris. This is your space to slow down and catch your breath from the noise and chaos of work and life, and a space where I hope that you'll always feel supported to take just one small, intentional step forward in how you communicate and lead with even greater clarity. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm really glad that you're here with me. So for today, I wanted to talk about a phrase that I keep seeing get thrown around a lot on social media. And that phrase is, HR is broken. Lately, I'm seeing so many posts about this, where this is the entire message. I'm seeing it from executives, leaders, and also from HR practitioners. And from my perspective, I'll give it to you straight. I agree. HR is broken. I was in corporate HR for 30 years, and I absolutely agree with that. And I see it broken, especially within the modern hybrid workplace. But I'm also curious, when you hear someone say HR is broken, or perhaps you're an individual who thinks it too, what first comes to mind? I'm genuinely curious, because from my perspective, I can share that what I keep seeing is that what's not working is being put entirely on the shoulders of HR teams. And it's not simply HR itself. It's not the HR team itself. What's broken is how organizations are still assigning responsibility for the employee experience. Many companies still act as though communication, trust, engagement, culture, employee well-being, they still act as though all of this lives primarily in HR. They don't. All of those experiences I just mentioned, communication, trust, engagement, culture, employee well-being, they are created every single day in the relationship between leaders and their people. And that's why modern organizations of today and tomorrow, they need a new shared identity, one of communication partner. HR needs to be one, and every leader in the business needs to be one too. So let me explain what I'm talking about, or what I mean by that. A communication partner is someone who understands that how work gets done is shaped by how people experience leadership, by how they experience clarity, consistency, psychological safety, respect, healthy feedback, or what I like to call feed forward, trust. None of those things happen through policies or handbooks. They don't even happen through strategies. They happen through daily communication. They happen through things like how a leader runs a meeting, how expectations are clarified and ensured that it is fully understood by everyone in the organization. It happens through how conflict is handled, how someone receives feedback or feed forward, how priorities shift, how decisions are made, how silence is interpreted, how humans are treated under pressure. This laundry list that I just named, that I reamed off, that's communication work. And all too often, I gotta say, organizations are handing most, if not all, of that responsibility of communication to HR, while leaders are staying focused only on outputs. That model doesn't fly anymore. It ain't gonna cut it. Because I know that we're all seeing it. I know it's not just me. We're seeing that in that model where everything is pretty much handed out or handed down to HR just becomes more and more reactive versus proactive. Leaders continue to feel more and more unsupported. Employees certainly are not feeling seen or understood. And trust? Everyone is talking about the trust recession that we're going through. A lot of people talk about this trust recession when it comes to entrepreneurs and their potential buyers, right? That, your premium buyer is more hesitant to buy a coaching service or a consultant service, your what have you. That's true. That exists. It very much exists within the workplaces themselves for what employees are experiencing. So, okay, I've talked about, we've looked at what ain't quite working and what we need to move to. So what is that healthier model? What do we do to get to communication partnership? Because that is the healthier model, that commitment to shared ownership, where HR helps the organization to architect systems and tools and coaching and standards, and where leaders are actively owning the communication culture their people live inside every single day. That is what true communication partner looks like, or partnership looks like. That is a healthier model that is possible to achieve. So in case you're listening along to this episode and you're thinking, okay, well, what can I do? How can I take the next step, even one step forward towards this healthier model of communication partnership? I got you. I've got a really simple reflection tool for you that you can try right away. And here it is. Think about the people who experience your leadership, whether that's one person, whether that's 20 people. So think about that person or people who experience your leadership on a daily basis. And then ask yourself, what is it like to be on the receiving end of me on a regular basis? And you can think about, I'll get you going with some paired dichotomies that you can think through and reflect on. Are your people experiencing clarity or confusion? Are they getting from you calm or unpredictability? Are they getting respect or rushed interactions? Encouragement or hesitation? Trust or tension? Feel free to continue to think through whichever dichotomy of experiences that you feel your people might be experiencing. What might they be on the receiving end from you? Going through this reflection, it's not about guilt. It's purely about awareness. So please give yourself permission to be fully honest with yourself and simply notice what's coming up as you think about those people that experience your leadership. And when you continue to think what it's like for them to be on the receiving end of you on a regular basis. Like I said, it's not about guilt. It's not about feeling bad. It's about noticing and raising more awareness, because better leadership communication begins with that awareness. And if you work in HR or talent or people and culture, I want to share with you a reflection that you can sit with as well. And here's the reflection prompt for you. Where are we owning work that leaders in our business need to co-own more actively? Let me say that again. Where are we owning work that the leaders in our business need to co-own more actively? This question can help open healthier partnership. Like I said at the beginning, HR is broken in some organizations. That's true. The deeper truth is that the employee experience was never HR's responsibility alone. It belongs to everyone who leads. And when leaders and HR become true communication partners, there is so much beautiful power that gets unlocked. Work will become clearer and healthier, more human, and far more sustainable. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Until next time, please take good care of yourself and know that here at Tranquil Talks with Chris, you are always welcome here and you belong. Cheers.